I hope you guys are having a wonderful night and a good day before Easter. Is Easter Eve, just in case you guys don't know. If you celebrate Easter, if you don't jump down my back, don't jump down my throat. This is just for people who celebrate Easter. Um, Happy Easter, everybody. I hope everybody is having a lovely weekend. It's gloomy outside right now. I'm in my feelings because I'm not at Coachella, even though the one reason I was wanting to go to Coachella is because I wanted to go see Kanye West, but Kanye West is not at Coachella, so I should not be in my feelings. But I am at my in my feelings because I am not at Coachella. So yeah, it's kind of weird. Coachella 2023, we're trying to be there, boo. Okay. So I'm gonna go over some things that are in my save in Instagram. I honey, speaking of Jesus, um, y'all need them. Yeah, I'm not judging parents that have liquor in the house, but if you do have liquor in the house, please be aware there are little individuals who are very curiosity, curious, and want to know what's that stuff that mommy and daddy be lit off of. We're gonna start the first story here. The video obviously doesn't start without me. I mean, it's like, girl, we ain't got time for you and your little intro. We're gonna go ahead and start this video. Then I'm gonna read the article next to it.
After a kindergartner brings a bottle of booze to class, and not only that, the student shared the alcohol.
Let's start over again.
Outraged after a kindergartner brings a bottle of booze to class, and not only that, the student shared the alcoholic drink with 4 other students. Let's get to Megan Woods, who's talking with parents tonight. Megan, obviously, they want some answers.
Yes, they're upset. Parents were told that this happened during snack time, and they are just baffled that something like this could happen with their children. They tell me that it was a bottle similar to this one, and this bottle, the label says it has about 10% alcohol, and the school is saying immediately they called the parents involved or the parents of those 5 children involved to let them know what happened.
With so many thoughts running through my mind, like, oh my God, what if it was open before the girl brought it to school? How much was it? Like,
Alexis Smith says Thursday morning she got a call from her daughter's school, Grand River Academy. They told her a kindergartner brought a pre-mixed bottle of Jose Cuervo to class and shared it with 4 classmates. One of them was Smith's 5-year-old.
I asked her, like, is my daughter okay? And she said,
let's think about it, okay? 5-year-olds are bringing a pre-mixed Jose Cuervo to class, okay? So if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to assume because back in the day when I was in school, a lot of times teachers would have like a little Easter egg hunt on Friday because it's Good Friday, okay? So if I'm not mistaken, they had probably like a little, little party for the cheering for like a little Easter egg hunt for the kids, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong and y'all stop doing it because other people have different religious beliefs, please let me know. But I just know back in my day, when we were in school, we would have a little Easter egg hunt in class, and like there would be like a little party or something, or like a little Easter egg hunt and a little party to celebrate Easter. So I'm guessing this child, okay, because apparently the kid does have etiquette and making sure the party is lit, all right? Somebody's teaching the kid that you're gonna have a party, you gotta make sure you have that Jose Cuervo. Okay. Jose Cuervo, okay? You say, well, tell your parents that you have to bring something to the school party. He like, okay. Well, my parents always say, in order to get let at a party, you better have some Jose Cuervo. Even though I ain't heard nobody talk about Jose Cuervo in a while since Casamigos has come out, okay? These days, people have been getting lit off of Casamigo. But this child parent had some Jose Cuervo, and he was like, well, my contribution to this little Easter shindig is Jose Cuervo. Let's continue to listen to this outraged parent.
She's right here and she looks okay. And then I said, okay, well, how much does she drink?
The school couldn't get her a definite answer.
My daughter take medicine, and first off, no kids should be drinking. And, just the shot itself, it burned. Like, how do you feel? Like, anything could have happened.
She picked her daughter up from school early.
Honey, let's talk about this vodka that burned the hell out of me on All-Star Weekend. But I'm going to continue with this story. I had this vodka, and I ain't ever felt like a chest burn that bad in my life. Like, I think I grew some hair from that.
And later that day, the principal sent out this letter addressed to kindergarten parents saying, in part, quote, disciplinary measures will be taken in accordance with the student code of conduct.
Parents outraged after a kindergartner.
All right, so let's give our thoughts on this. Let's talk about the article that's with it. Okay, because the article clearly says kindergartner left feeling dizzy after drinking margaritas at Michigan Elementary School. Why does it sound like it's a freaking bad joke? Oh, Lord Jesus. It says a little girl brought Jose Cuervo margaritas to her school in Michigan that left her classmates who were merely kindergartners feeling woozy, says Pop Fox Detroit. The news outlet reported that the young children drank the ready-to-drink alcoholic beverage from Dixie cups while the class was partaking in snack time. This is why I ain't no teacher. The girl managed to bring the drinks to school in her book bag. They don't make these kids wear them clear book bags no more, or them mesh book bags where you can see what's in their book bag. Or y'all just assume 5-year-olds are 5-year-olds. The students' parents were upset after learning their daughters took a few sips of the drink. A mother, Dominique Zander, said her daughter felt woozy and a little dizzy. Okay, so I'm thinking, was that the lady that was talking? Or was that not? Hold on. No, that's Alexis Smith. Okay. So this is another mother. But the woman they talk about, it was another one. Okay. The girl poured it in her cup and she drank it. And the girl ended up telling her what it is. And she went and told the teacher there is a liquor in her cup. And the teacher gave her a funny face. The mother continued. Another mother, Alexis Smith, said her daughter took up to 5 sips and added that her classmates knew that the drink contained alcohol. I just don't want to know who taught their child to get lit at 5 years old. The only thing you should be getting wasted off of is chocolate. Okay? Chocolate milkshake wasted. Period. And you have to respect somebody else's household because you can't tell somebody how to raise their kid. Okay. Let me continue. The school responded to the incident in a statement that said, while we try to keep an eye on everything on our students bring to school, that's simply not possible. Unfortunately, these type of adult beverages can be easily mistaken for child-friendly drinks. Let me tell you something. What part of... Let's go back to the beginning. Jose Cuervo pink lemonade margarita is childlike. And I'm assuming 5-year-olds supposed to be knowing how to drink now. I mean, not drink. They know how to read. No 5-year-old should be drinking. I'll be straight up honest with you. There's some 21-year-olds who don't need to be drinking either. I don't know if you guys saw this little thing where it was a bunch of people showing what happened when they drink, and they grown. And I'm just saying, maybe y'all need to up the age to when people drink. These people, I don't know if I had a video. I think I saw it or something. These people got really messed up. When the girl was fighting the bushes. I'm like, if that caused you to fight the bushes, you just stay away from it. Okay, it says Smith added, if your child knows what it is, nothing's wrong with it, but they should not know not to touch it. It's not for kids. They should know what it is anyway. And like I said, when I was at school, especially middle and high school, because middle and high schools be trying to pull stuff like this, okay? That's no fact, okay? Somebody tried to burn weed in class one time when I was in high school. So, I mean, in high school and middle school, I can see somebody pulling this off, trying to pull this off. But you're not allowed to have book bags that are solid colored. So they don't have the clear book bags or the mesh book bags they have to wear so they can see in the bag without actually checking the child's bag. It's like 1,000 steps we could have got to before these kids start popping open some Quavo and acting like they're at a basement party on Saturday. I mean, the teacher didn't see nothing. The teacher didn't even smell it. Teacher be like, this smell like some Jose Cuervo. Wait a minute. Who got the little red cup? I know y'all ain't got little red cups. Who told y'all about that? Can you imagine being a teacher? And you smell some tequila? And you see little 5-year-olds with red cups? You see them acting like they're in a basement party? Oh my God. I could be that teacher, but once I did, it's like 1,000 steps you had to get to. You didn't check all the snacks these kids had during snack time. Like, even when the kid brought out the bottle of Jose Cuervo, you didn't see that. There's a lot of things you have to do. It's like, how did we get to the kids with the cups with Jose Cuervo in it? So what the teacher doing? Is she just passing out snacks at y'all? Like, hey, I got some Jose. Y'all want some? Yeah, my mama said I could bring this. She said it's gonna be a little shindig today, so I'm just gonna give it. Do you want some? Okay, I'll give it to you. But you can't be getting lit because every time we in a sandbox, something weird happened when you drink some tequila. I read the comment section. Somebody said, I bet they slept good that night. No, they got sick. Now, I know they got sick. They had a bad hangover. They're sick right now. Like, they can't even go to Easter. They can't even do their little Easter speeches tomorrow because they're sick. This child drunk 5 shots of that. As a 31-year-old grown woman, I can't even take 2 shots and I'm done. And these kids are little, itty bitty 5-year-olds taking shots of Jose Cuervo pink lemonade margarita. I want to see the packaging. Let's look at the packaging and see what made them think that it was child friendly. That's not it. Hold on. Let me see the packaging. I low key blame the teacher. I'm trying to figure out how these kids. I'm serious. I'm not being funny. I'm just laughing at the idea and the thought of that. Now, if I'm guessing it looked like this. Oh crap. This looks like, especially if you see strawberry. Kids love strawberry. Okay. Kids love Kool-Aid, strawberry, peaches, grape. They probably thought it was some form of Kool-Aid, and their parents probably lied to them and told them it was Kool-Aid because their parents were sitting there pouring it in the glass. And they're like, what is it? They're like, grown folk Kool-Aid. Don't touch this. If for some reason, when you say don't touch this, kids don't hear you. Which is weird. It's like, to me, okay, let's go back to 5-year-old me. I would assume this was some strawberry drinky drink. And 5-year-olds during my time period didn't know how to read. So all we see is a light pink drink. And it looked like it's good. And grown folks like it. So it must be good. Right? Oh, crap. It looks good. It looks like, especially when you crushed it up and you make a slushie, it looks delicious. So these children thought it was that. I don't hold kids accountable because kids are kids and there's a law that says, and period, 5-year-olds don't know any better. But I'm trying to figure out, how did we get to the point to where these children was pouring it in a cup? There was not one teacher that walked up to them and was like, what are y'all doing? The teacher didn't see, this is, yes, I'm holding the teacher accountable for that, because how did it get in a cup? If I see a kid pull out a bottle like this, they said it was a small bottle. So let's find a small bottle. If I'm guessing, if it was little, I don't know. I can't think about it. This is what they show in the show, and this looks, because it's plastic, it does look like it's not heavy. Because most of the time, I thought liquor bottles. What the hell just happened? I was just sharing that. Okay, hold on. Oops. I'm guessing it was this size. It looks like a light bottle. Because in my train of thought, if it was a big bottle of tequila, or a glass bottle of tequila, the 5-year-old would have been struggling with bringing it into the classroom. So, I mean, you see a 5-year-old struggling with their backpack, the first thing you're like, what you got in your backpack? That's what I'm thinking. That's my train of thought. It's no way in the world that teacher was vigilant. I don't know what she doing. I don't know if she popped some Xannies that morning. I don't know what she was doing, but I know people who are veteran teachers, because we didn't get away with a lot of stuff. Like, girl, I mean, one time it got to the point in my classroom, I mean, with teachers, you know, there was a thing with passing out cough drops, okay? And well, no, cough drop is considered a medication, even though it's not a medication that gives you like extreme moods. So I remember it was one little girl who went to her backpack. There was this thing with kids would bring cough drops to school. And kids like, oh, can I go to my backpack and get a cough drop? That child ain't coughed not one time in class. And teacher be like, yeah. And so there was a thing, kids, they don't like kids passing out medication. Okay. It's the same thing with while I was in high school. This girl went to the clinic and got some Tylenol. And our science teacher told her straight up, you cannot distribute drugs. It's a drug. It's still a drug, even though it's not a drug you get high off of. You got those pills for you. You can't get that out. So I'm trying to figure out, how did we get to the point to where this kid could bring a bottle of Jose Cuervo, which I'm assuming this kid would have been struggling or acting like the backpack is heavy. And I mean, it just, before we get to the passing out with the little red cups of Jose Cuervo, how did we get to this? And another thing, who trusts 5-year-olds to self-serve? And like I said, I know if in high school we got in trouble and we went to the clinic and gave somebody some pills, I remember the teacher saying, he said, you cannot do that. That's distributing drugs. And he's like, and this girl's like, no, it's not. It came from the clinic. He's like, I don't care. The pills are for you. Why would you go and get pills for yourself? And we don't know what's in that little cup. How I know you didn't get a clinic cup and put some Xannies in there? So I'm trying to figure out, how did this kid get past administrators, other teachers, the janitor? Come on, y'all. The janitor didn't realize it. How did this kid get through the school door without seemingly struggling carrying their backpack with this bottle in it? Or are the administrators that damn sick and tired? Are y'all that damn sick and tired? Was like, I don't give a damn shit. Maybe they sleep well at nap time drinking that. Do y'all even still have nap time? I heard y'all don't have nap time no more. How do we get to this? It's weird. So I'm gonna say this. People will get mad. The teacher definitely needs to be looked at. I side out of the hell out of the teacher. If anybody should be disciplined, it should be a teacher, because there's no way in the world you're expecting a 5-year-old to know not to drink liquor. Okay? There's no way in the world. How in the hell you saw a kid walk in your classroom? How did that happen? Were you not watching the child when they walked through the door? What were you doing? Picking your nose? Did you have some of the Jose Cuervo? What's up? I don't think the child should be punished. I think the teacher should be punished because what the hell were you doing? It's no way in the world that child walked through that door. Like, it's no way in the world. I'm highly confused. It's no way you as a teacher did not see that one kid struggling with their book bag. It's no way. You didn't see that child struggling with a book bag? And if it was a small bottle, but let's see if I can find one. Was it one of these? They could get away with one of these. But still, when you saw the kid bringing out something that didn't look like a Juicy Juice or Capri Sun or a Welsh grape juice, you didn't see that. You were not paying attention. There's like 1,000 steps you got to get through before you get to the kids pouring it in the cup. Unless the teacher was getting lit with the kids. Well, was she sitting up there like, hey, you're not supposed to be drinking that. That's illegal. But give me a sip and I'll just let it go. This smells like I don't give a damn teacher. And the teacher needs to be in trouble for that. Because you're supposed to be watching them like a hawk, okay? It's just like that one time in middle school, these boys were in the bathroom eating condoms. I don't know what was in the condoms. Don't ask me. I didn't know about drugs back then. I don't want to stay too long on this, but this right here is just ridiculous. Let's go back to my
Parents
thingy.
outraged after a kindergartner brings a bottle of parents outraged after a kindergartner.
We ain't gotta hear this no more. This is damn ridiculous. Next story. This is a fucking asshole right here. So I don't know if you guys know this. He's a freaking asshole, and I think y'all know that basically somebody put out a rumor that ASAP Rocky and Rihanna had broken up. Just in case you guys don't know, ASAP Rocky and Rihanna are in Barbados because she wants to give birth to her baby in Barbados. Okay? This clown with pink hair put out a rumor that ASAP Rocky and Rihanna had broken up because ASAP Rocky was fooling around with some woman. So now he has to apologize. You know that didn't happen. So this is what this whack ass. This is what he had to say. He said, "Hi all. So I'd like to address the situation. Last night I made a dumb decision to tweet some information I had received. I'm not going to talk about sources, blame others for a discussion that was started, etc. Because at the end of the day, I made the decision to draft that tweet, press send, and put that out with my name on it. Take some accountability first and foremost. And like you said, you made the final decision. So you can't blame nobody about that rumor being spread. But yeah. Let's continue. So I like to formally apologize to all parties involved with my actions and for my reckless tweet. I fully accept the consequences of my action for my tweet and any harms that harm they cause. I have no excuse for it. I've been way too wrapped up in Twitter drama and unfortunately leaned into being messy as a brand, which is something going forward I'm going to move away from. I'm going to take some time away from Twitter to figure out what the looks like and how I can start using my platform better as I gotten away from using them for more positive work. Again, I apologize to them for this unnecessary drama. Have we not learned from this fool right here? Let me find her. Yeah, we gonna drag her. I ain't got no personal issue with her. Have we not learned from this idiot right here? I said this as a person. I have to be careful, even though I personally know that if I said something about somebody famous that is true, I personally have to be careful what I say about somebody. It has to be in black and white. And she was arrested because she wouldn't take down the video she did, claiming that Cardi B had something that she didn't have. And then drug the child for that. Drug her baby. I'm going to say this. It's like you're pulling y'all all want to be famous because y'all know Tasha K is going to be famous for the rest of her life for being that person that went against the grain and put out a story that was not true. However, even though she is going to get a lot of people, a lot of attention from that, she also going to suffer a great loss of that. She's not going to be able to get anybody to go and interview with her. She's going to be forever be known as messy. She's going to forever be known as, she's just not going to get the big people. It's kind of like, I know people like Wendy Williams, and that Wendy Williams is not messy like this, but Wendy Williams missed out on some people in her career because she was putting out stories that kind of hurt their reputation, which we later found out that most of those stories were true. But that's neither here nor there. We're not going to go there. Anyway, she ruined her reputation as a commentator. And it seems like fools like this person right here wants to ruin his reputation as well as a commentator. Long story short, misery loves company. Next story. I don't know why we have to drag Trey Songz, but y'all hear what this man has to say. We all know that he's disgusting. I tell y'all on my podcast, These Walls of Thin, I have told y'all several different occasions I peeped that something ain't right about him. But Rory felt like he needed to put out how he felt about Tremaine, Alda, and Neverson.
In 15 years, however the fuck long it's going to be, that Trey Songz doc is going to be crazier than the R. Kelly one. Trey Songz is the most nasty, abusive, rapey.
Let me stop right there. He might have a point with the fact that Trey Songz documentary is going to be ridiculous. It's not going to take 15 years. Okay, let's just say that it's not gonna take 15 years. It's gonna be like more like 5 years from now, 2-3 years from now. 15 years, it's not. Okay, because Trey Songz is not R. Kelly. R. Kelly is a bigger artist. R. Kelly has money. This is when Trey Songz gonna run out of money, and Trey Songz is gonna run out of money because he's gonna always be in trouble for some mess. Okay, but there is going to be a documentary about it, and I'm a firm believer that Trey Songz documentary is going to be 10 times worse than R. Kelly.
Beats the shit out of women. Like, he is the scum of the fucking earth. Trey Songz is fucking disgusting. Like, his doc is going to surpass, if you ever thought you could surpass an R. Kelly doc, I promise you in 15 years.
I can't watch R. Kelly's documentary. Let me tell you why. One, I don't like hearing about disturbing stories of people being assaulted. And two, some of those people that was in that documentary were lying. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Trey Songz, his doc will. He's an awful human being.
Not you eating
Like
salad.
a terrible, terrible fucking human being.
Santa Claus.
And somebody
Not real.
is gonna knock him the fuck out.
He said what he had to say. It smells like clout chasing to me personally, because ever since you got kicked off Joe Budden's podcast, why don't we do some clout chasing, right? Let's go in on somebody that everybody know is a disgusting human being and say that he's a disgusting human being. I'm sorry, I got caught up. I'm over here doing this thing, and then I'm over here looking at the same thing. Okay, back to Trey Songz. To me, this smells like clout chasing, and I feel like he's trying to have a Hannibal Buress situation. I feel like this feels like clout chasing. Everybody is trying to have their moment, and Trey Songz gonna get his, but y'all need to let the authorities also do their job when it comes to Tremaine. It is what it is with him. As somebody who used to be a fan of his, it sucks that he has become this person that I feared that he was going to be. But it also proves that I'm right and I know how to read people. Next person. I told y'all. Oops, I said it the wrong person. They're suing Jocelyn Hernandez for $25 million. Does she even have $25 million to spur? I mean, she probably making good money on that show, but I highly doubt she's making that amount of money on her show. I'm gonna be straight up honest, they're better off suing Mr. Plummer. They ain't gonna get $25 million. But Jocelyn is gonna have to pay for this. I told y'all this is another situation. I told y'all. I talked about it on my U42 platform. I said that. I said Jocelyn is going to pay. Next story. getting weird. Yeah, you read it right. It said Kentucky man sued his employer for throwing him a birthday party, and now they have to run him $450,000. Damn, he can quit his job now. It says, man in Kentucky took his employer to court after they threw him a birthday party he didn't want due to his anxiety disorder. And the jury sided with him. His employer has to run him $450,000. You ungrateful bitch. That's the first thing I thought in the back of my head. Oh, God. I did not know throwing somebody a party affects your anxiety disorder, but I don't know how bad the anxiety is. Because I'm going to say this. Okay. My great-grandmother, for years, she told us if we did a surprise birthday party that she was going to leave. Okay. So we never threw her a surprise birthday party. So last year, for her 94th birthday, we threw her a party, and she came with my grandmother. So I think she kind of knew because there was balloons and there was tables and stuff like that. So we were trying to get her out the car, and she said that she was like, And she told us, and that was the moment where we realized, okay, she been telling us for decades, like, you throw me a birthday party and it's a surprise, I'm running, I'm leaving. I don't do birthday parties. I don't do surprise parties. I told y'all that, all right? But she sat in the car for a minute. She was there for a minute. It took my mom's husband to get her out the car. So let's continue reading this. According to the court docs, the employee had notified the office manager that the birthday parties triggered his anxiety disorder. Okay, so he got triggered. The employee asked the office manager a few days before his birthday in August to not plan a birthday celebration like they did for other employees. You're a Virgo, aren't you? This feels like some Virgo shit. Because another thing, Virgos don't like crowds. And it's not like we don't like being the center of attention. Granted, I'm a Virgo sun, Leo rising. So I kind of do like the spotlight. It's like, it's my birthday. But with some Virgos, like, it's the people. You know, people encouraging you to do stuff, like the chug, or happy birthday, or you gotta touch everybody's hands when they give you gifts. You gotta touch the card, the passed around card. So, okay, now I get it. Okay, so it says, on the employee's birthday, the office ended up arranging a birthday party in the lunchroom. The employees ended up finding out about the party while he was headed to his lunch break, which triggered a panic attack. The incident caused the employee to leave the office suddenly and spend his lunch break in the car. Poor thing. The employee sent a text message to the office manager asking why his wishes weren't respected. If somebody tell you not to throw a birthday party, don't do it. The following day, the employee was called into a meeting and was confronted and criticized by the office manager about his response to the birthday party. The meeting then triggered another panic attack. Oh, he got anxiety bad. It says the employee ended up being sent home for the next 2 days and later notified was being fired because of the event of the previous week. Yeah, get your money, honey. Not they fired you. The employee sued Gravity Diagnostics on the grounds of disability discrimination and retaliation. The employee said because Gravity Diagnostics didn't accommodate his anxiety disorder, the birthday party and the events afterwards caused him to suffer from a loss of income and benefits and emotional distress and mental anxiety. The jury awarded the employee $450,000 in damages and $300,000 was for the emotional distress, while $150,000 was for lost wages. So, more of the story is this is why a lot of people don't have birthday parties. Because not everybody's gonna react to a birthday party the same way you react to a birthday party. Like I said, I like being in the spotlight, so I love birthday parties. But he told him not to do it, and that was not respected. So now y'all done lost some money. And people think that you're being humble when you say you don't want somebody to have a birthday party. Sometimes it's not even that. It's just sometimes it's like you just don't want to be in that space. It's like, first and foremost, I don't even like y'all. So why are we doing this? And then on a normal day basis, you mean to me. So once again, why are we doing this again? People are weird. And a lot of times when people do birthday parties, it's for selfish reasons anyway. They're not doing it because they actually like you. They're doing it because of themselves. Because these days, people just do stuff to make themselves look good. And I feel like the manager, the office manager, has a huge ego and wants y'all to sit there and feel like, oh, well, I don't want y'all to leave because everybody leaving jobs these days. So I don't want y'all to leave this job, so I'm going to throw everybody a birthday party. No. If stupid was a person, and that's assault. If you smack somebody in the face with whipped cream and you don't know them, that's a battery and assault. Okay, so let's read this. It says Andre Eugene Moore Gerald, 22, reportedly has a warrant for his arrest and is being charged with third-degree assault and battery after pulling dangerous pranks across Greenville, South Carolina. Moore Gerald has reportedly smacked a woman across the face with a plate filled with whipped cream while she pushed her child in a stroller. What the hell is wrong with you? According to WSPA, the things y'all do for clout. However, it looks like the prank was content for his YouTube channel, which was all how officials were able to identify him. That's kind of a duh, because nobody goes around in life slapping people in the face with whipped cream. That's just not reality. Jonathan Bragg, Greenville police sergeant, said he looked to be recording it with other people with him, and we have later found that he's been posting those on YouTube channels. Right now, we're looking at this incident as an assault, and that is an assault. People don't want to be touched, and you shouldn't go down hitting people in the face with anything or touching people, especially when you don't know who the person is, Bragg added. After investigating the 22-year-old's YouTube channel, officials learned that this isn't his first risky stunt. Bragg continued, hopefully this will be a deterrent for later on when we release the charges against this person. According to WSAZ, officials began to investigate after several people were targeted in the attack. You're an idiot and you're going to jail. I'm not going to read this article. I think this says everything. No, I'm going to read it, okay? Okay, it says, Black Lives Matter bought a swanky Southern California home for nearly $6 million using donation cash, according to a report Monday. 3 leaders of the social justice movement, Patrice Colliers, Elise Garza, and Melina Abdullah, recorded a video last June outside the secretly bought home while making the first anniversary of George Floyd murder. The New York Magazine reported. Colliers at the time said she was weak. She was weeks removed from being in a survival mode after the Post exclusive reported in April revealed her purchase of 4 high-end U.S. homes for $3.2 million. It's because we're powerful, because we are winning, Collier says of what she characterized as a white ring media attack. It's because we're threatening the establishment. We're threatening white supremacy. Meanwhile, you sitting up here purchasing a house in a white neighborhood. But Colliers and her colleague didn't reveal any details on the upscale home seen behind them in the video, a 6,500 square foot spread with more than 6 bedrooms and a bathroom, fireplace, a pool, and parking for more than 20 cars, according to a real estate listing site by the magazine. The property was purchased in October 2020 with funds that had been donated to the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation, according to the explosive report. Y'all just as bad as them damn mega church pastors. This trick right here. I want you to hear what she said. Okay. Hear what she had to say.
Was actually Kodak.
Right.
I will say the tea I got
Ooh.
was that it wasn't
I don't think it was. Go ahead.
so I don't even know if I can share the tea, but it's whatever. It's old now. I actually heard it was Wayne.
Wow.
Yeah. From someone that knows him.
Dang.
So I don't think it was Kodak. And mind you, Kodak came out and was like, hey man, I don't know why y'all keep tagging me. That wasn't me. But a Hit Dog will holler as well, so I don't know. But my T said that it was actually Wayne that did that, which is crazy. And it was allegedly. I don't know. This is alleged. But I do want to play this clip because Lotto did not confirm. Lotto did not confirm that it was actually Kodak.
Right.
I will say the
Sunshine on me. Deal with these men.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Offend you or try to cross the boundary with.
Let me say this. Once again, you're clout chasing and it makes you look stupid. It says, only posting it since we posted initially, said the rumor is not true and Lil Wayne doesn't handle his social media account. And the person that runs the neighborhood talk said, I spoke to someone directly close with him. Lotto clear Lil Wayne name for the people. It was Kodak Black, y'all. I don't know what this hoe was talking about. Oh, I was looking at this. I don't know what this is. A personal video. Somebody was making fun of someone with a little job, honey. This is a personal video I need to watch too. We already talked about this crusty clown right here. That's a personal video. What is going on with these rappers that were popular in the early 2000s? Y'all already know about one of the rappers in Atlanta. He passed away. He was murdered by his own brother. His own brother. You can't trust your family now? What is this? Sex trafficking. Ape. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's okay in Georgia, I guess, to sit up there and kidnap black girls and do these things. So it says, Georgia rapper Cash Out has reportedly been indicted in Atlanta on a heap of charges, not a heap, including sex trafficking and ape, according to WSB-TV. The news outlet reported that the rapper is a huge figure in an indictment involving 6 people who now faces 41 charges. The rapper faces 13 charges separately, which includes sex trafficking, aggravated sodomy, rape, and racketeering. Let's find WSTV. The bang. It's the bang. The bang. Let me see. I hate this. Okay. It's a freaking ad.
Color, you name it. By custom order.
Hey, Earth. Okay, here we go. Let's make it bigger.
Well, the Fulton County District Attorney's Office says human trafficking is a big priority for DA Fonnie Willis, and one reason is how much of it is going on in Metro Atlanta. In this case, should serve as a warning to young women and their families about online invitations from strangers, big-name rappers or not.
The most troubling aspect of this case is that women have been victimized and brutalized within our community by people who had a chance to do something else with their lives.
How many of these sex workers have been rescued?
We've rescued 2 so far.
Deputy Fulton County District Attorney Ernell Winfrey says, hey, John Michael Hakeem Gibson is a successful musical artist who performs under the name Cash Out, as seen on YouTube. But she says Cash Out has also been successful.
Oh, I'm not supposed to be. I hope they don't flag me for that.
Young female victims unwittingly into a life of prostitution.
Was he making cash off young women?
He was making money, indeed.
Ms. Winfrey says Cash Out is the figurehead of an organization at the focus of a 41-count indictment handed down in late March against him and 5 others.
He's a very talented musical performer. Unfortunately, he didn't stay in that business, and he branched off to the business that finds him under indictment.
Ms. Winfrey says Cash Out faces 13 counts, including racketeering, plus trafficking a person for sexual servitude, rape and aggravated sodomy that allegedly occurred in a hotel room on Fulton Industrial Boulevard, keeping a place of prostitution
Oh my God.
on Alfred Avenue Northwest, both locations shown in evidence photos, and beating a second victim with a belt.
He's accused, yes, of whipping a young lady who's a sex worker. And this was one of the girls that he had recruited.
A defense document predating the new indictment said, quote, Gibson was allegedly arrested for a rape charge where he did not even have sexual intercourse with the alleged accuser. Concerning one sexual servitude charge, it maintains the alleged accuser has never been in servitude.
He's facing a 25 to life crime.
Ms. Winfrey says one of Cash Out's co-defendants is a John, a prostitution customer, accused of 6 counts, including rape and pointing a gun at the victim. She says another suspect pointed a gun at a second young woman in another incident.
We want parents and family members to be aware, because one thing that we realize is that not just Cash Out, but a lot of people are recruiting young women through social media.
Now, Ms. Winfrey says Gibson, a.k.a. Cash Out, has previously pled not guilty to many of these allegations, but this new indictment adds new charges, including the racketeering. She says, minutes ago, she said that he's in jail. But to be clear, she says she has no reason to believe that he's left the music business. We have tried by cell phone and text to reach the lawyer we believe is currently representing Cash Out. Reporting live downtown Atlanta, Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.
Once I found Upstart,
How do I get out of here? These guys don't know no other life outside of being an entertainer. And you know, as far as I'm concerned, he only had one hit, and that's his song Cash Out. And they don't know how to, like they said in the thing, he don't have any other business. So what is he doing? Then I heard from one story that his mom was involved too. No, before I finish this, I got one thing to leave you off with. First and foremost, I don't appreciate this cat that just came up and just busted my bag. And now my stuff, my trash, is on the ground, making me look trifling. That bag was perfectly fine before that cat went through there. But anyway, as like the women were saying, I need y'all to be careful in Atlanta. People are doing this. Washed up celebrities are catching desperate people on the internet, desperate for money, and they're taking advantage of the fact that you need money. Be very careful, and be very careful. I ain't got nothing to say on this. If you try to break in on him, that's the last fool you need to be breaking in on. That's all I gotta say. Why would you break in on this man right here? What is your problem? This dude is known for busting people. I mean, he is known literally for taking names and kicking ass. Why would you roll up on him? And yes, in the South, it's an open carry law. If you come in my house and you intrude my house, I'm allowed to kill you. Let's hear this 911 audio.
It shot him in his leg. Y'all hear him? Get here. Get him together. Got trespassing on my property. Here he is. Yeah.
Sir, what did you do?
I shot him in his leg.
Okay. And why did you do that?
He's trespassing on my property, calling me by my name. I don't know what he said for, what he here to take, what he here to do. But he shot his leg. He's neutralized until you guys get here.
Sir, are you with him now?
He's right here in front of me.
Okay. Is he awake?
Well, I'm football to my property.
Sir, is he awake?
Yeah. Do you hear him?
Is he breathing?
He didn't shoot him in the leg because he missed. He shot him in the leg as a warning. Try him as you want to. If he continued to try in advance, he would have shot him in the head, and he still would have been within his right. Because if somebody breaking into your house in the South, you are allowed to kill him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the I shot him in the leg. He been neutralized, but I shot him in the leg, and I'm calling y'all because I shot him in the leg. He broke in my house. This is the only situation where I would say that the baby was right. Okay, just understand this. In the South, you break into somebody's house, I'm allowed to kill you. Period. We don't know your intentions here, sir. When we talking about this, we already talked about this fucking clout chasing whore. What in the going on? I want to read the story. It says his name is Ed Buck. Okay, so he's been sentenced to 30 years in prison for drug and sex crimes that include providing lethal doses of methamphetamine to 2 black men. So it said Buck lured young black men to the lowest point of their lives, homeless, addicted, resorting to substance-level sex work, and to what he called party and play sessions. After drugging the men, he would sexually assault them while they were unconscious. What in the... In 2 cases, he injected his victims with a fatal amount of methamphetamine. Surprisingly, Buck's lawyer had asked that 67-year-old receive a sentence that would one day allow him to return to society. His 30-year sentence will make him nearly 100 years old when he released. He gonna commit suicide, which I don't understand. You over here drugging black men. You over here drugging and raping black men. And you think you deserve to be part of society. You do realize those are human beings, right? You're disgusting, sir. You should never be able to return to normal life. Nobody owes you that. Because you're disgusting. I hope he gets ass beat while he in jail. I hope they give him everything that he give. I hope they drug his ass and beat his ass. Not rape him. I don't know. Just beat his ass. He is ass beat. He did wrong for that.
Still staying at the same speed.
Okay, so this story right here. See, I forgot about this story, and this would have been one of the first stories I talked about when I started my podcast. Not my podcast, my story. But I totally forgot about this story, and I want to talk about technology acting weird real quick. Not real quick. I'm gonna be off of here soon anyway, because somebody gotta eat. So we already talked about this yesterday, where I told y'all that Putin told us Americans, bullheaded Americans, to leave him alone, right? Okay. He's told us straight up, let it go, Elsa. All right. There will be dire consequences if we didn't leave him alone. America don't have it like that no more. Okay. I don't know why we don't realize we ain't got it like that no more. But America is not the big bad wolf no more. Okay. We ain't old big bag no more. Okay. We have a nuclear weapon and $5, and the rest of it is China money. The rest of it is China money. We might well go ahead and start using yen over here. Because all we got is China money. All right. So this person who owns a new Tesla Model said it freezes at a speed of 83 miles per hour. I want you to hear what he has to say. This is scary as hell.
Still staying at the same speed. Blinkers aren't working. The air conditioning turned off.
Imagine driving at freeway speeds and your Tesla Model 3 basically freezes. The car's stuck at 83 miles an hour, the main screen jammed, and all of the buttons and switches like turn signals and even hazard lights useless.
I was driving down the freeway. I noticed that it started to get hot in the car, and it started to be a weird scent coming.
Javier Rodriguez of Irvine says it happened to him last Thursday while he was heading westbound on the 10 freeway through Cabazon. Even though the accelerator wasn't responding, fortunately, he says the brakes did work. But he says that didn't make him any more comfortable when trying to stop.
I was nervous that if I were to...
Still staying at the same speed. Blinkers aren't working.
All right, I already told y'all. Didn't I tell y'all that story about my grandma has gotten a brand new technologically advanced BMW? And she said that the radio comes on when it feels like it, and all this stuff is happening. To Americans, you've been warned. Leave Russia alone. I already talked about this. I don't want to talk about this no more. I just feel like this is weird. That's my personal story. I was just looking at finance. Mind your business. Let's talk about this. Are you really a transgender woman? It says 2 inmates at an all-female prison in New Jersey are pregnant after having consensual sex with a transgender convict. We're going to go to the link in the bio. That's what I like about TMZ. They have exactly where you can find it at. Yeah, her baby hair is fly. I want that. I need to hear it like that. Where everything's about Coachella right now. Can we find? There it goes. Let's talk about this. All right, share this tab instead. Now, for y'all who understand, I am very neutral when it comes to LGBTQ rights. And the reason I'm neutral is because it's always, not everything is black and white, but it's always this gray area. Okay. It says 2 inmates at an all-female prison in New Jersey are pregnant after having consensual sex with a transgender convict. The 2 unidentified prisoners at Edna Mahan Correctional Facility, the state's only all-women prison, are expecting babies with their fellow inmates or possible inmate. Edna Mahan housed 27 prisoners who identify as transgender, according to NewJersey.com. It is unclear if it was 1 or 2 people who provided sperm for the 2 babies. I'm out here. I'm not in prison, but I don't have a child. Really? Okay. Department of Correction External Affairs Executive Director Dan Sparaz told the site that both women became pregnant from consensual sexual relationship with another incarcerated person. Sparaz said an investigation is ongoing. While DOC cannot commit on any specific disciplinary or housing decision that may be considered in light of these events, the department always reserve all options to ensure the healthy and safety of the individuals in custody. Most transgender prisoners in the U.S. are jailed according to their birth-assigned gender, not the gender they identify as or have transitioned to, which, according to a 2020 investigation by NBC News, put them at far greater risk of assault and sexual abuse behind bars. But after a lawsuit by the American Civil Liberty Union in New Jersey last year brought on behalf of a female trans prisoner who was repeatedly housed with men, stated prison officials agreed to start placing prisoners according to their gender identity. I want to read the rest of this. We all knew this was going to start happening, right? I don't know why people play dumb and act like they didn't think this would happen. But we all knew this was going to start happening because, like people say, life finds a way. So are they going to have a baby shower like them fools did in the cafeteria at school? I'm low key like, oh.
Told my nigga he better act right, cause the fuck with me is so way.
Yeah. This is pretty clear to me what's up. Why is this acting like that? Do I have to redo this real quick? Okay, save profile. I don't have any more stories. All I have is I hope you guys are enjoying yourself these days. I hope you guys have a lovely Easter weekend. I hope you guys stay safe. Hope you guys stay cool. If it's hot, I mean, if it's cold, stay warm. Thank you guys for coming to my live. I'm going to start weaning myself off of this because it has become very distressful and stuff like that. And I should only do this when I have time to or when I feel like it. So yeah. So this wouldn't be my last show. This would just be, I'm going to wean off of doing my lives. So yeah, with that being said, I'm outie.